And Mike, let's start things off by talking about a player that you've informed us about, it seems like, for a long time now. But Mark Zachary has now set a commitment date. What does it mean?
Yeah, Mark Zachary is definitely someone we've been talking about for a long time. Um, so, one of the top two players from the state of Indiana for the 2025 cycle, it's Zachary and Damian Shanklin, both guys from Indianapolis. And Zachary, a top 100 overall player, a four-star cornerback, from Ben Davis, terrific football and basketball player. So he's got a Final Four schools list. Again, this elite cornerback recruit of Notre Dame, Cincinnati, Florida, and Michigan. His commitment date, Darren, is set for May 25th. So your boy will be working on a Saturday, it appears, as we're looking to see what Zachary ends up doing. It's interesting, Darren. I logged a prediction for Zachary to end up at Notre Dame last August. Okay. I logged 8 predictions for Notre Dame in the month of August. 7 of the 8 have hit. If Zachary picks Notre Dame, I'll be 8 for 8 in the month of August. It'll be something that I will, I'll have a bruise on my back from patting it so hard. It'll be something that I talk about for a long time because that's kind of something that's unheard of. And they were not like, oh, he's committing in 2 days, so I'll log the prediction now. No, it was none of that. They were all like 2 months out, or potentially in Zachary's case, would that be like 8, 9 months out? So yeah. So that's kind of a side note, Darren. But in terms of Zachary, I do like the prediction. Cincinnati's actually probably the school that is finishing. If he does pick Notre Dame, I think Cincinnati will be the school that finishes number 2. He's got a really good connection with that staff. I believe he has some kind of personal or family ties to the Bearcats as well. So again, we'll see what happens next Saturday. Florida was actually the dream school for him growing up. I'm not 100% sure about the Michigan connection and what interests him in that program. But again, Wolverines are really just coming off of a national championship. So we'll see where Zachary ends up picking. But it's pretty well known at this point that Notre Dame is the team to beat. If he has any last second thoughts, we will see. But you got to feel pretty confident, if you're a Notre Dame fan or a Notre Dame coach, that he'll be picking up your hat next Saturday.
And that would pretty much put a capper on a pretty doggone good cornerback group.
I mean, an outstanding cornerback group. If you're able to get Mark Zachary and pair him with Dallas Golden from Tampa Berkeley Prep, who the Irish landed a commitment from a couple weeks ago, also have, Cree Thomas. I mean, from Phoenix Brophy Prep, the same school that Notre Dame landed Ben Morrison from. You're looking at a damn good cornerback class, and the safety group is outstanding as well with Ivan Taylor and Ethan Long, and they're still working on, guys like Jadon Blair and Jameer Joseph, who are some elite talents. So yeah, it's looking like one of the best defensive back classes Notre Dame signed in a really long time. Probably the best in the or potentially the best if they get Zachary and someone like Blair, potentially the best in the internet recruiting era.
Yeah, I was going to say it'll be the best since the Holtz era at the very least. Let's keep the conversation going about commitment dates. Up next, James Simon.
Yeah, so this is a 4-star running back from Shreveport, Louisiana, Calvary Baptist Academy, 4-star prospect, 5'11", 190 pounds. Now, Simon, everyone thought for the longest time was an LSU lean, and that Brian Kelly would be able to keep him close to home. But I'm actually hearing that Notre Dame is above LSU in his pecking order, and Steve Wiltfong from On3, former Notre Dame beat reporter, and now a high up and a national reporter at On3, he said the same thing. So Texas is the team to beat. He's going to be announcing his commitment May 29th. It's actually going to be at the On3 Elite Series, a big kind of conference that's going to be in Nashville at On3's headquarters later this month. I'll actually be there. I'm looking forward to it. It's the second annual event. And yeah, I was not at the first one. Really looking forward to seeing what it's about here in a couple weeks. So Simon, again, looks like Texas, Notre Dame, LSU in that order. I think it's the Longhorns. We'll see. He did have a really good visit to Notre Dame in April and was also at the October Notre Dame USC game in 2023. So Notre Dame's got 2 running back commits already. It's always been really interesting for me that the Irish are still looking at someone like James Simon. And my understanding is that Dylan McCullough, the Irish's running backs coach, has gone out and scouted other 2025 running back prospects. So what that all means, I don't know. To be completely honest, it's been a really interesting thing. But Simon does appear to be trending towards Texas. But we'll see if he has any changes of thought in the next couple weeks.